down on this flower bed while I caress those lovable cheeks. I'll put flowers on your silky smooth head and kiss your big, beautiful ears, my gentle darling.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Here.
Peace Blossom, scratch my head. Where's Cobweb?
Here.
Cobweb, take out your weapons and kill me a striped bumblebee on a thistle and bring me its honey. But don't wear yourself out, and be careful not to break the honey sac. I'd hate to see you get drowned in honey. Well, where's Mustard Seed?
Here.
Mustard Seed, stop bowing.
What would you like me to do?
Oh, nothing. Just help Peace Blossom scratch my head. I really need to go to the barber's. I'm getting a little hairy about the cheeks. I'm such a sensitive ass, and when my hair tickles me a little bit, I have to scratch.
Would my sweet love like to hear some music?
I've got good ears for music. Let's have them play the triangles and the sticks.
Or tell me, my sweet love, what you'd like to eat.
Well, actually, I'd like a few pounds of grass, and maybe I'd like to munch on some good dry oats. I really got a hankering for some hay, and a bundle of hay, there's nothing like really good hay, good sweet hay.
I have an adventurous fairy who will seek out the squirrel's secret stash and bring you some fresh nuts.
No, I'd really rather have a few cupfuls of dry peas. And tell your people not to wake me up. I really need to sleep now.
Oh, go to sleep then, darling, and I'll wrap my arms around you. Fairies, go away. Run off in all directions. I'm putting my arms around you as the woodbine tendril gently twists itself around the sweet honeysuckle. And as the female ivy curls itself around the branches of the elm tree. Oh, how I love you. I'm so crazy about you.
Oh, welcome, good Robin. Do you see this sweet sight? I'm starting to pity Titania for being so infatuated. I ran into her recently at the edge of the forest looking for sweet presents for this hateful idiot. I scolded her, argued with her. She had just put a wreath of fresh, fragrant flowers around his hairy forehead, and the dewdrops that lay at the center of those flowers made the flowers look like they were crying with shame to be decorating the head of that ugly jackass. After I taunted her as much as I wanted, and after she'd asked me nicely to leave her alone, I asked for that Indian boy, and she said yes, and sent a fairy to bring him to my home in fairyland. Now that I have the boy, I'll undo the spell that made her vision so disgustingly wrong. You, gentlemen, remove the transformed jackass's head from off the head of that Athenian, so that when they all wake up, they can go back to Athens. They will remember the events of this night only as a very unpleasant dream. But first, I'll release the fairy queen from the spell. Be like you used to be, see like you used to see. This bud belongs to Diana, goddess of virginity. It has the power to undo the effects of Cupid's flower. Now, Titania, wake up, my sweet queen.
Oh, I've had the strangest dream. I dreamed I was in love with an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how did this happen? Oh, I hate looking at his face now.
Be quiet for a while. Robin, take off his donkey head. Titania, have the fairies play some music and make these 5 people sleep more soundly than humans have ever slept before.
Music. Play the kind of music that puts people to sleep.
My queen, take my hand and let us lull these people to sleep with our soft dancing.
When you wake up, see things with your own foolish ass ends.
Oh, Titania, now that you and I are friends again, we can dance tomorrow for Duke Theseus and bless his marriage. And his marriage bed, and all these young lovers can be married alongside him, and they'll be in high spirits.
Listen, Fairy King, I can hear the lark singing. Morning's here.
In that case, my queen, let us travel silently and solemnly across the globe to where it's still dark, circling the earth faster than the moon does.
And while we're walking, you can tell me how I ended up sleeping on the ground with these humans last night.
Unleash the dogs in the Western Valley. Let them go. My beautiful queen will go up into the mountains and listen to the hounds as their barking echoes in the cliffs. It sounds like music.
I was with the heroes Hercules and Cadmus once, when their Spartan hunting dogs cornered a bear. I'd never heard such impressive barking. The forests, the skies, the mountains, everything seemed to echo with the barks of the hounds. I'd never heard such raucous music, such pleasant thunder.
Each bark is in perfect tune with the others, like notes on a scale. No one, anywhere, has ever hunted with a more musical pack of dogs. Judge for yourself as you do. But wait, who are these women?
My lord, that's my daughter asleep on the ground over there. And over there's Demetrius. And over here's Lysander, and here is Helena, old Nidar's daughter. But I have no idea what they're all doing here together.
They probably woke up early to celebrate the May Day and came to celebrate my celebration when they heard that I'd be here. But tell me, Aegeus, isn't today the day that Hermia has to tell us of her decision as to whether she'll marry Demetrius?
It is, my lord. Go tell the hunters to blow the horns to awaken them.
Good morning, friends. Valentine's Day is over. Are you lovebirds only starting to pair up now?
Forgive us, my lord.
Please stand, all of you. I know the two of you are enemies. Has this world really become such a gentle and peaceful place that people who hate each other have learned to trust each other and sleep beside each other without being afraid?
My lord, what I'm about to say may be a bit confused since I'm half asleep, half awake. I swear at the moment I really couldn't tell you how I ended up here. But I want to tell you the truth, and now that I think about it, I think this is true. I came here with Hermia. We were planning to leave Athens to escape the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough, my lord! I insist that the law punish him. Demetrius, they were running away to defeat us, robbing me of my right to choose a son-in-law and you of your wife.
My lord, the beautiful Helena told me of their secret plan to escape into this forest, and I was furious and I followed them here. And the lovely Helena was so in love with me that she followed me. I'm not sure how it happened, but somehow something made my love for Hermia melt away like snow. My past love for Hermia now seems like the memory of some cheap toy I used to love as a child. Now I love Helena. The only person I believe in and long for is her. It's like then I hated her for a time, like a sick person who hates the food he usually loves. But now I have my natural taste back, like a sick person when he recovers. Now I want Helena. I love her. I long for her, and I will always be true to her.
You fair lovers are lucky you met me here today. We'll talk more about this later. Aegeus, I'm overriding your wishes.
These two couples will be married along with me and Hippolyta later today in the temple. And now, since the morning is almost over, we'll give up on this idea of hunting. Come with us to Athens. We three couples will celebrate with a sumptuous feast. Come to Hippolyta.
What exactly just happened? It seems like we're still sleeping, still dreaming. Did you see the Duke here? It looks like far-off mountains. It looks like clouds in the distance.
Yes, it's like my eyes are out of focus, and I'm seeing everything double.
Me too. I won Demetrius so easily, as if he were a precious diamond I just found lying around. He's mine because I found him, but I feel like someone else could easily come and claim it was hers.
Are you sure we're awake? It seems like we're still sleeping, still dreaming. Was the Duke here? Did he tell us to follow him?
Yes, he did. And my father was here too.
And Hippolyta.
And he told us to follow him to the temple.
Well, then we're awake. Let's follow them. We can tell each other our dreams along the way.
Tell me when my cue comes and I'll say my lines. My next cue is most handsome Pyramus. Peter Quince, Flute the bellows repairman, Stout the handyman, Starveling. My God, they've all run away and left me sleeping here. Oh, what a weird dream I had. You can't even describe how weird it was. You'd be an ass to even try to explain it. I thought I was. No, you can't describe what I thought I was. I thought I had. Oh, you'd be an idiot to try to say what you thought I had. No eye has ever heard. No ear has ever seen. No tongue touched. Nor hand tasted. Nor heart described what my dream was like. I think I'll have Peter Quince write it down as a ballad. We'll call it Bottom's Dream, because it's so deep it has no bottom. And I'll sing it in the intermission of the Duke's play. Or to make it even lovelier, maybe I'll sing it when the heroine dies.
You said this was the Bottom's house. Has he come home yet?
No one's heard from him. I'm sure he's been kidnapped. If he doesn't show up, the play will be ruined. It won't go on, will it?
No, it would be impossible. He's the only one in Athens good enough to play Pyramus.
Definitely. He is quite simply the smartest working man in all of Athens.
Yes, and the best looking. And his voice is the paramour of sweetness.
Oh, you mean paragon. A paramour is something bad. The Duke is leaving the temple. 2 or 3 more lords and ladies have been married too. Oh, if we'd only been able to put on our play. Oh, great. That funny guy Bottom, he would have gotten a pension of 6 pence a day for the rest of his life. 6 pence a day would have been forced upon him. I'll be hanged if the Duke would have given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. And he would have deserved it too. Because Pyramus is worth 6 pence or he's worth nothing.
Where are my guys? Where are my good fellows?
Oh, Bottom, how wonderful! I'm so relieved!
Friends, I have some amazing things to tell you, but don't ask me what. I swear on my opinion, citizenship, that I will tell you nothing, but I'll tell you everything exactly the way it happened.
Tell us, Bottom.
Now, you won't get a word out of me, but I will tell you that the Duke has just finished his dinner. Now it's time to get your costumes ready. You'll find some strings to tie on your false beards, and find some ribbons to decorate your shoes. And everyone, look over your lines very carefully. We'll be performing for the Duke. We'll meet at the palace right away. And someone make sure that Thisbe is wearing clean underwear. And that the person playing the part of lion doesn't cut his nails, because they need to be long like lion's claws. And no one is to eat any onions or any garlic. Because if we have sweet-smelling breath, I'm sure they will say, this was a sweet play. Now get busy, let's go.
These lovers are saying some strange things, Theseus.
Yes, strange and totally made up too. I'll never believe any of these legends and fairy tales. Lovers and madmen hallucinate about things that sane people just can't understand. Lunatics, lovers, and poets, all ruled by their overactive imaginations. Some of them think they see monsters and devils everywhere, and they're just lunatics. Lovers are just as crazy, thinking a dark-skinned gypsy to be the most beautiful woman in the world. Poets always looking around as if they're about to have a fit, confusing the mundane with the otherworldly and describing things in their writings that simply do not exist. All of these people have such strong imaginations that, if they feel happy, assume that a god or some supernatural being has brought that happiness to them. And if they are afraid of something at night, will spy a piece of shrubbery and imagine it to be a wild bear.
But the story these lovers are telling, and the fact that they all saw and heard exactly the same thing, makes me think there's more going on here than imaginary fantasies. Their story is bizarre and astounding, but it's solid and consistent.
Here come the lovers now, laughing happily. I wish you joy, my friend.
And we wish you even more joy, and hope joy comes to you at your royal table, in your royal walks, and in your royal bed.
Now, how will we pass the time with entertainment between the long 3 hours between dinner and bedtime? Where is our entertainment director? What plays have been planned for us tonight? Let me see Philostrate.
Here I am, Theseus.
What entertainment do you have planned for us tonight? Which plays? What music? How will we pass the time without some entertainment?
Here's a list of the acts that have been prepared. Here's which one you want to see first.
The battle between Hercules and the Centaurs, sung by an Athenian eunuch, accompanied by a harp. Oh, I want to see that play. I've already told that story to Hippolyta while praising my cousin Hercules. What else? The riot of the drunk Bacchanals who ripped the singer Orpheus to shreds. That's an old story. I saw it the last time I returned from conquering Thebes. The 9 muses mourning the death of learning and scholarship. That's a sharp critical satire, not appropriate for a wedding. A tedious short drama about young Pyramus and his love of Thisbe. A very sad and tragic comedy. A sad comedy. Short but tedious. That's like hot ice and strange snow. How can this drama be so many contradictory things?
It's a play about 10 words long, which is the shortest play I've ever heard of, but in my opinion, it's about 10 words too long. That's why it's tedious. In the entire play, not one word is well written, and not one actor is right for his part. It's tragic, because Pyramus kills himself. I have to admit, when I saw a suicide scene at rehearsal, I had tears in my eyes. But they were tears of laughter.
Who are the actors?
Rough workmen from Athens who never spent much time thinking. Now they've worn out their out-of-shape brains and put out this play for your wedding.
So let's see it.
No, my noble lord, this play is not right for you. I've seen the entire thing, and it's completely worthless. Unless you think they're bad acting or misremembered lines which they memorize so painfully. Are funny?
No, I'll see this play. Nothing can be so bad when it's created by poor people who try hard. Come on, bring them in.
I don't like seeing poor people looking bad when they're trying to do something good.
You won't see anything like that, sweetheart.
But he just said they're no good at acting.
Then we'll be even kinder people by thanking them for doing something they're not good at. We'll entertain ourselves by accepting their mistakes. When poor, dutiful people can't do certain things well, generous people can consider the efforts they put into it rather than the effects they produce. In my travels, great scholars have come up to me, meaning to greet me with well-rehearsed welcoming speeches, and I've seen them tremble and turn pale and pause inappropriately in the middle of their sentences and botch their well-rehearsed tones of voice because they were so nervous, and then break off abruptly at the end without actually welcoming me. Trust me, my sweet, I figured out that they were welcoming me even though they were silent, and that message was as clear from someone who was modest and nervously dutiful as it is from someone who is loud and audacious and eloquent. Therefore, love and tongue-tied simplicity can say the most, even when saying the least, in my opinion.
Your Grace, the person who's going to deliver the prologue is now ready.
Let him come forward.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as wanting to contest you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you would like to know.
This guy doesn't pay much attention to punctuation.
He rode that prologue like a wild horse. He didn't know how to stop it. The moral of this story is it's not enough to speak. You have to speak grammatically.
Yes, he performed his prologue like a child plays a recorder. He can make sounds, but they're all out of control.
His speech was like a tangled chain. It went on and on and on. It was a total mess. Who's next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on to truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presented moonshine. For by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Nina's tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody teeth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and slides his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, wall, moonshine, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if that lion is going to talk.
It wouldn't surprise me, my lord. If these asses can speak, the lion should be able to.
I snout, play a wall. Oh, but not just any wall. I want you to understand that I'm pretending to be the kind of wall that has a little hole in it. The lovers Pyramus and Thisbe often whispered very secretly through that hole. This clay, this cement, these stones that I carry around show that I am that wall. It's the truth. And this is the crack. Right side, left side, through which the frightened lovers will be whispered.
Can you imagine cement and stone mounted better?
It's the smartest partition I've ever heard speak, my lord.
Look, here comes Pyramus up to the wall. Be quiet.
Oh, grim looked night, oh night with hue so black, oh night whichever art when day is not, oh night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, which stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy cheek to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this, but what see I? No Thisbe do I see, O wicked wall, through whom no bliss I see. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
Since that wall is conscious, it should curse back at him.
Oh, no, sir. It's not his turn. He shouldn't say a thing. He's Receiving me as Thisbe's cue. She's supposed to enter, and I see her through the wall. You'll see, it'll happen exactly as I say. Here she comes now. I see a voice, now the light of the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love? Thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lamander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Not Cephalus to Procrus was so true.
As Cephalus to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through this hole in this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou manage to meet me straightway?
Kind life, kind death, I come without delay.
I, Wall, have done my part. Now, Wall can go away.
Those lovers should have hung around a little longer. The wall between them is down now.
Well, what can you do? That's what you get with talking wall.
This is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
Well, the best plays are just illusions, and the worst are just as good if you use your imaginations to fill them in.
But then it's your imagination that's interesting, not the play.
We imagine these guys as they imagine themselves, and they're first-class actors. Look, two noble animals, a man and a lion.
You ladies, whose gentle hearts make you afraid of the smallest monstrous mouse that crawls around on the floor, might quake and tremble when the wild lion roars with his fierce, most mighty rage. But you should know that I, Snug the Carpenter, am not a fierce lion or lioness, for if I were and I came here to cause trouble, I'd be taking my life into my own hands.
Ah, a sensitive animal with a good conscience.
He's the best actor I've ever seen play a lion, my lord.
He's as brave as a fox.
True, and as wise as a goose.
Oh, he's not wise enough to be brave.
He's not brave enough to be wise, but anyway, he is what he is. Let's listen to that moon.
This lantern represents the horn moon.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He doesn't appear to be a crescent moon, so the horn should be invisible inside the circle.
This lantern represents the moon. I myself am playing the man in the moon.
Well, now, that's the problem right there. The man should be inside the lantern. How else can he be the man in the moon?
He can't go in there, my lord, because of the candle. It's too hot.
I'm tired of this moon. I wish he'd wax or wane off the stage.
It appears that he's waning now, but out of politeness, we need to wait and see.
Go ahead, Moon.
All I wanted to say is this lantern is the moon. I am the man in the moon. This thorn bush is my thorn bush, and this dog is my dog.
Well, then they should all be inside the lantern because they're all in the moon. But be quiet. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Minnie's tomb. Where is my love?
Good roaring, lion.
Good running, Thisbe.
Good shining moon. Really, the moon shines very well.
That's good, lion. Shake it around like a cat with a mouse.
Then Pyramus showed up, so the lion disappeared.
Oh, sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for gracious golden glittering gleams to take of Thisbe purest sight. But stay, O spite, and mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here. Aye, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furious fell. Come, fate, come, cut thread and drum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
You could become sad watching this actor's passion. If your best friend happened to die right at the same time.
Be still my heart if I don't feel sorry for him.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou, lion frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear? That is, no, that was the fairest dame, that lived, that loved, that liked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out sword and wound, the Papillopyramus, aye, that left pap, where heart doth hop. Ah! Thus die I, thus, now I am dead. Now I am fled, my soul is in the sky. O tongue, lose thy light. O moon, take thy flight. Now die, 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 die.
Is someone throwing dice? I guess it's just die since there's only one of him.
Actually, he's a die with no dot since he's nothing. He's dead.
With the doctor's help, he might recover and become an ass again.
If Moonshine's gone, when Thisbe comes back, how will she be able to see in the dark to find her lover dead?
She'll see him by the starlight. Look, here she comes. Her moaning and groaning will end this play.
I don't think a ridiculous pyramid like that one deserves much moaning. I hope she keeps it short.
I can't decide whether Pyramus or Thisbe is better. God bless us if he's a better man, and God help us if she's a better woman.
Look, she spotted him with those sweet eyes of hers.
Oh, and her moaning and groaning will end the play.
Asleep, my love? Dead, my dove? Oh! Oh! Pyramus, arise. Speak. Speak! Quite dumb? Dead? Dead? Oh, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow calcium cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shorn with shears this thread of soup. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade. My breast improve. Farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Yes, and Wall too.
No, I can assure you, the wall that once separated their fathers has been taken down. Would you like to see the epilogue?
No. No epilogue, please. Your Your play doesn't need to be excused afterwards with an epilogue. And no apologies. Never apologize. When all the actors are dead, no one can be blamed. As a matter of fact, if the playwright had played Pyramus and hung himself with Thisbe's belt, it would have been a very good tragedy. And it is a good tragedy. Very well done. So, no epilogue. Lovers, the clock chimes midnight. It's almost time for bed. It's almost fairy time. I'm afraid we'll oversleep in the morning, as late as we've stayed up tonight. This blatantly stupid play has helped us kill the time until bedtime. So, dear friends, let's go to bed. We'll continue our celebration for 2 weeks, with nightly parties and great fun.
Now the hungry lion roars, the wolf howls at the moon, the farmer snores, exhausted from his work, the charred logs glow in the fireplace, and the owl's hoot makes the sick man think about his own death. Now is the time of night when the graves open wide, and let out spirits to glide over the graveyard paths. And we, fairies, who run away from the sun, just like the goddess of the night, following darkness like a dreamer getting antsy. But I'm here to make sure that not even a mouse disturbs this blessed house. I have been sent to clean house a bit before the fairies come.
Let the dying fire send a glimmering light throughout the house. Let every elf and fairy hop lightly like a bird on a twig and join me as we sing and dance this song together.
First, rehearse your song by rote, for each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house let fairies stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create shall there be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. Take this field you now see, take every fairy make his gay. And each several chambers blessed through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed never shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, join me at the break of day. Trip away, make no stay, join me at the break of day.
If we, shadows, have offended, think but this, then all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle thing, no more yielding but a dream. Gentlers, do not reprehend. If ye pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest buck, if we have honor and luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night to you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.